Alrighty, for today's video, we're going to be going from a cylinder to the shape of pottery that you're making, and also adding texture. Now, there's a lot of different tools that we can use to create texture on our miniature pottery, and also, typically you're going to be using some type of throwing stick again in order to get that shape. So here we go. Alrighty, so we have our cylinder here. In the last video, we showed you how to pull these walls up, and now we have this nice cylinder to start with. Now, again, we'll still be using some of this throwing stick here if we want to add some shape to it. Another tool that's really useful is this guy right here. This has a little bit of a bend to it, so when you're throwing, you can actually press him from the inside, and as you can see, you can actually add a little bit of a belly to the piece there. So that's what you're going to use to actually throw your shape and get whatever you want out of this thing. So what we're going to do here, I think, is we're going to actually keep a straight side on this one. We're going to cone in the top there, maybe do something like one of these guys here in the back. That way we can add some texture to it with our texture ribs. So I'm going to widen this out just a little bit there at the base. As you can see, it's getting a little wider. Open that up, and then right about here is where we're going to start bringing it in. So I'm going to pinch in from both sides here, start to create a little bit of a shoulder. And this is just a process of figuring out what you like, working it as you go. The best thing about clay is that it's all an experiment, and you get to just build as you go. A little bit of an even top here. We're going to take a needle tool and we're just going to cut right into that and take it off. I'm going to flare open the top here just a little, and then we'll refine this as we trim a little bit. Now, before we add our texture, we're actually going to take away this flare here at the bottom, and that can be done with just like a throwing stick like this, coming down to the wheelbase and then pulling out. So now we have our overall shape. Now we can come in with some throwing ribs. I have a bunch in my collection here, some from Smash Clay Studios, Amy Brick Pottery, Alexandria Pottery Tools as well. So these are a bunch of different ones that we have here. I think we're just going to add, sometimes I like to add just a couple bumps on the side. This 3-bump texture right here I really like. So let's just add this at the top of this piece right here. We're just going to slowly press in to add our texture. There we go. Take our tiny sponge, and here's where we're going to smooth everything out, finish up. Alrighty, so we have our texture done on this piece. Now what can we do next? We can either wait and let it dry. Depending on the type of pottery wheel you have, you can take it off and let it dry before you want to trim it. Because I have an all metal design here, we're actually going to take a torch to it in this next video, dry it up, and trim it till it's finally done, and then we can take it right off the wheel and let it dry the rest of the way. Stay tuned.